What's up, YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to Not Quite Mint. I'm Tom, and today I'm riding solo because Rich is not here with me, but we are going to be running through our top keys we think you should pick up tomorrow for New Comic Book Day. However, I did manage to get a special guest, someone that does come on the show quite a lot, and he is back by popular demand, believe it or not. It is Ben from Straight Outta Crampton. No. Attention Seeking Geek, my bad.
So it's what happens. I changed the name of my channel just to keep people on their toes.
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Hi guys, you are welcome. You're watching the Killer Comic Show.
Killer Comic Show.
Wait, Not Quite Mint. You're not riding solo anymore, my friend.
No, I'm not riding solo, mate. I've got you, and
Here we are, live and uncut.
Live and uncut. I've got the mint from Not Quite Mint with me.
Absolutely, like a maybe a spearmint that makes you reduce your sperm count. I'm not sure.
Pretty much. You like the middle piece?
Did you never hear that at school? Spearmints, polos. They reduce your sperm count apparently. So if you can learn one thing today, kids, it's that.
It's that spearmint reduces your sperm count.
Yeah, avoid those polos and drugs.
And drugs. Well, yeah. I mean, depends what you're up to.
Thanks for having me, my friend.
It's all right, mate. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for stepping up while Rich isn't here. I mean, it's very kind of you, mate.
No problem at all. I'm literally ready to jump in his grave at any point. So, given half the chance, then I'm here.
Yeah, that'll make him really happy. Right then, mate. So we're here to talk about the key comics that come out tomorrow for the 24th of March, 2021. So I thought if we do a couple of notables that we're looking forward to, and then we can talk about our top three. We can, take it in turns. You do one, I do one, and we'll see if we've got any matchups, as it were.
Yeah, that sounds all very formal and gentleman-like of you.
Formal and gentleman-like.
As long as it's like that, you then me, you then me. Because if you mess with that format, I'm gone.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you want to go, I'll just crack on my own. I'll probably invite Charlie or Perpetual to come and join me instead. Because I've just
I'm not going anywhere.
And Hydra's here. So let's just say hello to everyone. So hi, MJ. Nice to see you. Geeky's here as well. We've got Hydra in and Andy from Perpetual, from what I can see. And then we've got a couple of Facebook watchers, but unfortunately it's not popping up with your names. But hello, guys. Nice to see you all. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, nameless Facebook voyagers. The
nameless Facebook voyagers, as it were. Right then, Ben. So you sent me your list earlier. Do you want to talk about one of your notables first?
Yes. So this is the notables, right? So let's go for Teen Titans Academy, issue 1.
Issue 1.
There we go. Now, let's be honest. The only reason this is a notable for me is because of speculation, and the speculation of who is behind that mask of the gentleman sat there in the front. So that's kind of the big thing for me, is that Bayo, aka Clown Hunter, could be Red X. I'm going to pick this up purely on the basis that, Clown Hunter could be revealed as Red X, and it probably won't tell me in the first issue. It probably won't tell me in the second issue. I'll probably still be reading this bloody book after 20 issues and still not know who the hell Red X is. But it is a notable for that very reason. I'm a little bit nervous for it because I think Strange Academy is like nailing the whole like super high school theme, you know, and like for me, like I've said it many a time, but I'll say it again. It is a bit of a rip-off of Wolverine and the X-Men as well.
Yeah.
So already you've got two titles that kind of do a great version of that kind of high school meets superhero kind of drama. So I don't know kind of how this will fare in respect of that. So are the original Teen Titans, like Raven and Cyborg and stuff, are they teachers or what's the crack?
I'm not sure, mate, because I read somewhere that Red X isn't he a teacher in this, or is he one of the like actually academy goers?
Yeah, I think he's an academy goer. I think.
I thought I read somewhere that he was a teacher, so that throws me completely out of anything I've got to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Like, you can't like a teacher who decides to keep their identity a mystery just sends alarm bells for me. Like, I would be reporting that teacher immediately.
Definitely.
Yeah. But no, that's my first notable, purely on the basis that I'm a massive Clown Hunter fan. If Red X is Clown Hunter, it'll be really interesting to see how they handle that. Kind of what's going on there, really, in terms of the transition from when we last saw Bayo in Batman Annual 5, I believe it was.
That one he decided he was doing that woman's admin for her.
Yeah, I think we got a glimpse of him in the Infinite Frontier stuff.
Yeah, true, we did. Yeah,
but just doing admin. So
just doing admin. He's got his paperwork sorted. I mean, it's just a way doing his paperwork. So he's actually, honestly, I tell you what, he's signed up for school. That's what it is.
If that's how they end it, then I will be really, really upset. So my hope is pinned on this Teen Titans series, and also. Following the Snyder Cut, I'm overnight a Cyborg fan. So Cyborg is going to be appearing in this, so I'm on board for that very reason as well.
Awesome. I've always quite liked Cyborg since the Teen Titans TV series, not the Teen Titans Go, the other one where
you got to love Teen Titans Go though.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go is good, but the one that I watched was the one where he becomes Red X. And in that, Cyborg was one of my favorite characters, and I really liked him. And I didn't particularly like him in the comic books, but as it's gone on, he's definitely become one of the characters that I quite like in the DC universe, I would have to say. I haven't seen the Snyder Cut yet. I am trying to plan on it. Would you say it was best to watch it in parts? A friend of mine said to, don't watch it all in one go, watch it in sections, because that's how it was made.
With the greatest respect to your friend, they're wrong. You're
probably watching.
I would watch it as one, because for me, I wouldn't say I watched the Snyder Cut. I experienced the Snyder Cut. It was like a full kind of immersive, like, I'm just going to give this everything for 4 hours, and I'm so glad I did it. It does break up well, and I think you could do it in sittings, but I think to really kind of engross yourself in those characters' journeys, because let me tell you, these character journeys are completely different to, that Hell first cut, So, that's what I would say anyway on that front.
Nice. If you want to see a bit more about what Ben thinks of the Snyder Cut, he was on MJ Comics' show at the weekend on Saturday, where they all dissected it and have a good old chinwag about it. So yeah, go over there and check them out as well.
It's an hour and a half of nerds talking about the Snyder Cut. What more?
An hour and a half of nerds talking about nerd stuff. I mean, what else would you want? So my notable this week is Harley Quinn's White Knight. Batman Presents the White Knight, Harley Quinn, because we actually get to see the first appearance of her brand spanking new outfit, which is this kind of noir effect. Not how do you spell it? Noir. That's it. Thank you. Cheers, Ben. I'm glad you're here. So that's kind of like that black and white effect. And I really like the idea of the fact that she's now going to be very similar to Scarlet in that kind of black and white esque kind of old school actress kind of style. I really like that. And I'm really looking forward to reading this. This has been one of my favorite DC reads going on at the moment. It is definitely a one to pick up. So for me, notable purely because you get to see a brand spanking new outfit. And this is the B cover. I don't know where I'm going.
I prefer this cover to the A cover. You know.
Yeah, this is the B
I think
cover.
It's gorgeous. I think it's a really cool redesign. It makes so much more sense. It's like for her to have a black and grey number. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like being stealth and stuff, it makes so much more sense. And yeah, this story has just been amazing. Like for you know, people who are fans of the evolution of Harley Quinn, you know, the fact that recently there's a lot of kind of old school fans out there who you know, detest New 52 Harley Quinn, and it's all about the old kind of Bruce Timm Harley Quinn and stuff. But times change, and she's no longer an object for your affections. She's actually a really strong, intelligent, amazing character, and this story arc has just, you know, taken that into the stratosphere. So I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And I totally agree with what you said about how they've made her, like, not only is she kind of you know, a sexy person, like she's got a real kind of, like, she's got like a sexy brain, if you know what I mean. Like, she's really intelligent, like she's really attractive because she's also really intelligent. So you can kind of relate to her a little bit in the fact that she's really intelligent. She's not just a sex symbol. Do you know what I mean?
I honestly wish someone would call my brain sexy.
It is sexy, mate.
Yeah, the writing in this, I think, really kind of captures the fact that she is a trained, like, psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Like, I get it and I believe it with this story. So yeah, and the last book made me cry where I really wasn't expecting to cry, and over a character that I don't think I was ever expecting to cry over, and yet there I was crying, real life, liquid tears.
That definitely got me, mate. That one did get me in the feels, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, me and you are right soppy things. So
well, yeah, people call it soppy, sensitive. I would just call it human.
Yeah, it's 2021. I'm okay with crying over Harley Quinn comics.
Yeah, I'm okay with being a giant sissy. Moving on. Speaking of sissies, what's your next notable then, Ben? What else are you looking forward to this week?
Okay, so this notable is Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, which is kind of purely based on the Gleason cover, to be quite frank with you. I think in terms of the contents of this, we're getting a lot of these black, white, and red, blood, blue, and red Superman. I think they're doing a black and gold Wonder Woman.
They are.
Yeah, I joked the other day with someone that they're going to do a Ben Crampton brown. That's it.
I mean, I'd watch that.
But yeah, so just chocolate and poop. No, so
Perfect.
I'm
to brown.
I'm not that excited about the actual comic because I think those books are very kind of, there's like 5 different stories in each book. It's kind of, you might like one of the 5 stories. So I can take or leave the actual contents, but that Gleason cover is incredible. Obviously it's just so kind of hyped up at the moment with the ASM cover and the various kind of prints that have come after. They've done a Venom one, which again works, but maybe not as good as the Spider-Man one, and definitely not as good as this one. I think the way that this kind of depicts Carnage and yet is still very stylized and true to that, you know, kind of abstract thing that they're going for with the webbing, I think it's just perfect. It just works a treat. So yeah, got mine on pre-order.
Yeah, I do love these webhead, what they call in webhead variants. I think they're really, really cool.
Oh, is that
The
what they're
only one
calling them on the
yeah,
street?
they're calling the webheads variants. Yeah,
No.
the only one that's that I would definitely say is not great, but I've still ordered it, is the Spider-Man Swamp Thing one, which is Swamp Thing in this style. It's not the nicest, but it doesn't really fit. However, I've ordered it because I quite like these, and I think I'm going to have them as a collection going forward. I quite like the web heads, but I think you're right, Ben. I think the Venom one doesn't quite work, but this one really, really works. And obviously, I like the blue one. I think the blue one's really smart, which I think is.
I think Venom could have worked a lot better if they did it on a blue, on a nice deep blue, royal blue background, like with the red on this one, and then had the patterning over the top. But what do I know? I'm only a fan.
Yeah. Well, some things, mate. I mean, people like to think you know something.
Send them my way if you know who those people are. But that's my second notable.
Yep, that's a very good notable, mate. That was actually in my notables, but it got pushed out because I decided to go for, if I can find the artwork, if I've plonked in here, which I haven't, which is classic of me not putting the artwork in correctly. I went for Detective Comics 1034, which is a 6-part miniseries about sorry, breathe. It's got a first appearance in it of I think it's Mr. Watch is about to make his first appearance, but it's got the front cover is by Dan Mora, who is an absolute hero of mine. So I
didn't know you liked Dan Mora.
Did you not? Did you not know this? Dan Mora and J. Cavill, I think I've mentioned a few times, possibly.
We all have our love affairs. You've got Andy at Perpetual and Jock, and yours is Dan Mora. So we'll let you off. So is this the Robin story that was teased?
Yes. So this one is teased I think it's one of the backup stories in the back. We possibly could get, I think her name's Flatline. Is this new first appearance of her? So that could also be in this book, but it's only speculative at the moment that is in this book. Because it's also that she might appear in the first issue of Robin. So it's kind of like, which one do you get sort of to get the first appearance? But I'm going to probably pick up the Detective Comics just purely because it's got Dan Mora on the cover.
It pains me to say as a Batman fan, but I think this should just be Batman. I always find it quite hard to kind of juggle and decide over like Batman and Detective, or just have Detective Comics. Do you know what I mean? Like, just one or the other. I always kind of get a bit confused where they sit in terms of continuity and everything like that. And so pick one, DC. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I would totally agree with you on that one, mate, because I think pretty much Detective was how he first started, and then they did the Batman solo series from that. But yeah, he's always been in Detective. Is that right? I think.
I just like if you had, I don't know, like Arkham Asylum in both books, like the inmates are different in both books. Like I don't know where it sits in terms of continuity, who's in, who's out, and what's going on, and I just get a bit lost. So I personally stick to Batman and haven't been reading Detective Comics.
Yeah. Detective was really good on the run up to Joker War, and then during Joker War it was a little bit meh. Mind you, me and Rich had a discussion about this because he really preferred it during Joker War, whereas I didn't, which was quite an interesting.
Always agreeing, you two.
We always agree eventually, sometimes after a bit of a heated discussion. Right then, mate. So shall we get into our top three? Because I've definitely got the overlays for these.
Good man. So you go first. You go first.
You want me to go first? So my first pick of this week that I think you should go out purely for a speculative point of view is Batman Superman, and it's the issue 16, and it's got 3 first appearances in it. You've got a first appearance of Spider Lady, Dr. Atom, and the Unknown Wizard. So this is just purely for speculative as a key.
Just from those names, I haven't got high hopes for them.
No. Well, I've always quite liked Batman Superman as a series. I really liked the Michael Turner when he did it years ago when they had the Supergirl and then it was like, I think it was called Public Enemy was the first kind of story arc they did. I really enjoyed Batman Superman, but I've not been able to get into it since. But I think this is a really good jumping on point. It's got Yang as the writer this time round. I think he's taking over. And then there's these 3 new appearances. So I think it's worth picking up just for that, but more of a speculative. I mean, it's not I wouldn't say it was like a one I'm really excited about because I've been reading it and it's one that I'm, definitely going to get because it's next in the series. It's just as a key comic that you might want to pick up tomorrow if you want to invest. If these characters become something big, then because it's 3 appearances, it's going to be hopefully something. If not, you didn't hear it here. If
not, pick it up in a few months for 99p.
Exactly, in the bargain bin.
Yeah, I mean, it's my struggles with Superman.
Yeah. Wow, you took the piss out of me the other day.
50% of it is drawing me in, and that 50% is Batman. So, I mean, to be fair, I did pick up a couple of the future state Batman Supermans and ended up really enjoying them. Loved the take on Professor Pig and stuff that they had with that. So I'll give it a try for you, Tom.
Good man. Good. What, you're just going to read the first couple of pages?
I'll glance and make a judgment based upon that glance. And to be fair, while I'm in a Snyder Cut mood, it was just so good that, like, even Superman, I was like, do you know what I mean, drawn to and taken in by. So, yeah.
Do you know what, mate? I am a huge fan of the Henry Cavill Superman. I think he's great.
Yeah, I posted a picture the other day of when I met him at the premiere in Man of Steel. Right, and I got him to sign my Batman hat just because lol. But yeah, he is as perfect, as dreamy, and as everything you could imagine in person as well. Like I had to change.
You haven't met me yet properly.
True. Yeah, maybe make more of an effort than a Superman t-shirt and a towel on your back.
Yeah. Well, depends what you'd like. I mean, Superman t-shirt and a towel.
Oh God, I was waiting for this to get weird.
Yeah, sorry, mate. It's the only gear I have. Weird.
But yeah, I'll give it a try for you, mate. I'll give it a try.
Good man. Right then, what's your pick then, Ben? What's your number 3 on your list?
So let's go for free. Free.
Go on then.
Free. That is my choice. Yes, this is number 3 of 6, I believe, that they're planning to do. I imagine they might go for a volume 2 pretty quickly, though, to be honest, because I can't see the hype dying out. Like, I'm not an indie fan. I am, like, as you can see, Mr. Marvel. And I've, like, just been completely taken in by the just how original it feels, and how kind of I love that it's very Goosebumps in that the one story is kind of told from beginning, middle, and end, all within that one book, and I'm not having to kind of invest. Like the trouble I have with a lot of indies that people kind of sell to me is that by the time they've sold it to me, it's like they're on like issue 20, and I just can't kind of give that time. Whereas with these episodic kind of, and I've read a couple of Ice Cream Mans, but they never really drew me in because I don't think the theme is that clear. Like, it's kind of everything and anything, isn't it, Ice Cream Man? Whereas with these,
it's one of the ones that has been recommended to me that I've never picked up. However, I did pick up and I did actually enjoy it, despite the fact I don't like clowns.
Well, there you go. See, I love a killer clown, like, so I was kind of sold straight away on the basis that it was a horror anthology, or whatever they call it, type book, based on clowns. And yet it's really surprised me. It wasn't what I was expecting whatsoever. The second issue, especially, I think was really quite stunning in its themes and the way that it kind of explored that. I love this artwork that is coming up for this. I think it's Roger Landridge. I I believe, is the cartoonist that this one's going to be illustrated by. And I love that kind of real bold line, almost looks like a Disney animation or something. Do you know what I mean? That style. So I'm really looking forward to kind of experiencing that, but with Maxwell Prince's superb and intelligent writing. So I'm excited. I'm loving the second print variants though. Have you seen those?
More scary ones.
So they're kind of really basic. Like it's like a wash of a cover, and then just like the outline of a clown face or whatever. Very, very cool. So I'm not going to pick this up until the second print comes out.
That makes sense.
Because the second had a second print in the same style, so I'm presuming it will kind of continue that theme now. So
well, you'd hope so, because otherwise they're just kind of, you just got issue 1 and 2 second print nice, and then 3 not so nice.
Yeah, you can't, like, especially knowing that us geeks are like mostly completionists. You can't start something and not finish it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was talking to Scott from Scott Shelf about the 7 Secrets, how the covers, some of them have got kind of like spoiler cover sort of things, and they come in like in a case, and they've only done so many, but yet there's 7 cases, and it's like, you've only done so many, now I need the rest. Can you just carry on so I can get the rest? But I don't think they are. I'm not sure what they're doing with that.
I'm not sure anyone cares. It's 7 Secrets.
Oh mate, 7 Secrets is amazing.
No.
How many issues have you given it?
Not for me. Enough.
What?
Couple of issues. The artwork's very kind of like poor man's anime. I can't be dealing with it. It's not for me. I'm 31. I feel like its demographic is 12-year-olds. Not for me.
So I'm 32.
And 12-year-olds and you.
Yeah, cheers. And Charlie. Charlie loved it too.
Exactly.
So, to be fair, I'm not really selling it, am I, to be honest?
But yeah, issue 3. That is my
awesome, mate. That's a really good pick, to be fair. Because is it do you say Maxwell Prince? Prince. I don't know it's Prince, but I can't remember what his first name is.
Maxwell Prince. Yeah.
That's it. His writing style is incredible, to be fair. I've not read any of Ice Cream Man, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I did read issue 1 of Ha Ha and issue 2, and I just thought it was really, really well written. And although I don't like clowns, I thought the story was engaging throughout both issues.
They're not like neither of those stories are like, kill a clown, I'm gonna get you.
No.
Like, do you know what I mean? So it's not like Pennywise type thing. It's more intelligent than that. And I mean, this is a mime. It's not even a clown. So I think you're safe for the 3rd issue, Tom.
I might read this one then. I'll just crack on, go for issue 3. To be fair, the fact that we're living in these little boxes, we could all be mimes.
I could have done that till it got awkward. Yeah.
You could have done that till it got awkward. Yeah, that's the story of my life, mate.
It's true.
It's true. So my second pick, I think we might have a combined one here, mate, because my second pick is Harley Quinn, issue 1. So this is her I want to say 3rd solo series, but I might be wrong. But this is another solo series of Harley Quinn. You've got a brand new writer, brand new artist. It's also, you get a first appearance of her new best friend called Kevin, which is pretty cool. I don't even know what Kevin's going to be, whether he's going to be an animal or a human, or, even if he's alive.
I kind of hope he's just a guy called Kevin.
Yeah, like an actual bloke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it looks great. We have on notquitemint.com, we have this cover, which is stunning. I do love this cover, to be fair. I think this is the one I'm going to keep, this one. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this one. And I know this one was on your cheeky plug. Should have a little cheeky plug warning. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Lots of reasons, really. She's got a brand spanking new outfit. It's a brand new series. It's a new creative team. I actually really enjoyed the way the last series ended at issue 75 with her and Punchline. I thought that was pretty cool. And I like that they're taking her in a new direction, that she's not necessarily a villain, but she's like an anti-hero, but really trying hard to be a hero. I think that's really cool way of doing it and trying to make up for all the mistakes and shit that she's made in the past. I like that. But it's a little bit stolen from White Knight, though.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of those ideas from the Murphyverse are kind of bleeding into the standard universe, just because they're so good and fans have been engaged with it so much. But I think it's going to be good to have a female writer in Stephanie Phillips. And this Riley Rosmo's work seems really kind of like tongue-in-cheek and a bit cartoony and a bit slapstick, and I think that really works for Harley, especially in Harley's solo series. I think that always plays out really nicely. So I mean, you know me, man. I'm a Harley till I die. So it's definitely got me excited. I love her new outfit. And I love this idea that she is kind of on this path of redemption. Very similar, I think, to Venom in Marvel and how Marvel has treated Venom recently. Kind of morphing from villain into hero. And to be fair, doing it quite slowly, I think. Like Venom's kind of dipped his toe into like anti-hero type kind of worlds, but now really feels like a hero. And I think Harley's the same. She's had her moments of kind of anti-hero, but never really felt like an actual hero. Yeah. And I think we are getting to the point where we're actually going to see her stood side by side with Batman, and it's going to feel right. It's not going to feel like a comedy team up because she's the bad guy. But the difference is she's done some pretty hideous things or observed some pretty hideous things. A lot of murder, a lot. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how she sort of deals with that. But just looking at the kind of preview panels, it just looks like great fun more than anything, which is ultimately what Harley needs to be about.
Yeah, I think her essence. They've almost created a female Deadpool really for the DC universe, but I think she's better in the fact that she's a little bit more relatable than Deadpool, because she's basically a really intelligent lady.
Deadpool.
Second, mate.
She ain't snapped as much as Deadpool.
No. And I think because she's an intelligent lady who's kind of fell off the wagon, fell in love with someone, and then ended up kind of just doing things to make that person happy rather than just being completely off the rocker from the start, is quite an interesting dynamic. And I really like what you said. Like, I think you're totally right on what you said about the whole, like, she kind of went straight in as a villain and she's had that slow kind of curve to kind of bring her now into, being a hero. I think that's such a cool dynamic. I really do. I think that's brilliant in all fairness. And what they've done with Venom, if they can turn Venom into a hero for us all to now love, why can't they do it with Harley, to be fair?
She's not. I mean, if anything, they've already done it. It's a done deal. I mean, for me, at her root, like, even when she was a practicing doctor, like, she's still a loudmouth, brash New York, do you know what I mean? Like, punchy gal, like who can, who is, I don't know, expert in hand-to-hand combat and, all the kind of acrobatic stuff she can do. So, it's nice to see these titles kind of focusing on that now and not kind of focusing on the Mr. J stuff. And because that story's done now. It's done and it's finished. So it's and the cartoon series, the animated series with Kaylee Kukoa, I think it is, doing the voice, that even points fun at that. Like, look, I want to move on from Joker. Do you know what I mean? I am Harley Quinn and this is what I'm about. So I think this series looks like it might take a leaf from that book.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, it'd be nice. Be a nice little change of pace. Should be cool.
So you pinched my choice there, then.
Yeah, so I've pinched your choice, and I actually think we've got another matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't not be spoken about, could it, this week? It's the Alien series from Marvel. So Marvel's, correct me if I'm wrong, they've never had the rights in the past, have they? to
No,
this.
this is Marvel's first
Because I know
attempt.
sometimes Marvel, like back in the day, they released some like random ass books. But yes, no, this is the first. So it's Philip Kennedy Johnson penning it, and then I think we've got artist Salvador La Roca. I think they are the creative team on it. And
That's
I
what
mean,
I've got
just that.
I'm glad you said it, because I was going to wait to see if I had to say it because I can't say that at all. I can say the Salvador bit. Yeah, no problem. Philip Kennedy, no problem.
La Roca. It's pretty, I mean, it's Spanish, so it's probably La Roca or something like that. It's probably, I'm probably not even saying it right, and I never do. But yes, and just this cover as well. Like, so these days, and especially for a massive Arrival book like this, you get like 20 variants. It's silly, but ultimately, how NotQuiteMint.com makes the money.
Well, you say makes money, mate.
Well, yeah, breaks even. That being said, it doesn't need any variant covers, because this cover A from Lee and Hayek is absolutely perfection. Like, it's so bold and simple, and like I love those covers that kind of just give a snapshot of the character. There's nothing else to kind of distract, and you know, like the David Nakayama covers and stuff, it really gives the spotlight to the character. And this does that for the Xenomorph, and yeah, it got me really excited just from seeing the image, and when they announced last year, I was on board. I'm a big fan of the franchise, and yeah, to be honest, I didn't think it would happen maybe so quickly. You know, Disney acquiring the rights through to them kind of making the books, and we've got Predator coming up soon as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I don't really know much about the story or anything. Do you know where it's going to sit, or?
No, mate. I don't even know if it is actually going to be part of like the MCU with everybody else. The only thing
I definitely don't think that will be the case.
No, the only thing I could find out was they're introducing a brand spanking new character called the Alpha Xenomorph. That's the only thing I could find out. So there will be a brand new character introduced in this issue.
Yeah, it just says the new story will feature a Wayland Yutani mercenary named Gabriel Cruz as he battles a deadly new breed of Xenomorph, which I presume is this Alpha Xenomorph.
Yeah.
With the survival of his child hanging in the balance. So yeah, very intriguing, and I think it will kind of feel very refreshing for Marvel, because I think in a way it will almost feel like an indie book, because it's not going to affect anything else. You haven't got cameos and stuff like that.
No.
So I'm quite looking forward to just reading a fresh alien horror story book by itself. Like, I'm excited.
And I suppose the other thing is, it's because it's new, and like you said, it doesn't cross over with anything else. They kind of have a bit of free reign to mash it up as much as they want. They can kill anyone off they want to kill off. They can, they could go full Game of Thrones with this bad boy. They literally could get you all hyped up about one character you could fall in love with, and then kill them off in the next issue. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
If you've not seen any Game of Thrones.
Yeah, spoiler warning: people die.
Yeah, a lot.
If you love a character, they will die. That is the spoiler. I'm just having a look at Salvador La Roca's work, and it looks like he's done a lot of the Doctor Doom series recently, which has been really good, actually. I think he did the King in Black, Iron Man Doom as well. So,
that's great. That's actually a really fun book with the Null Santa Claus.
So I think it's a nice, consistent artist as well, who, by the looks of it, provides work that's not that stylized, or like it's not too out there. Do you know what I mean? We're going to get what we want, and that is the Xenomorph. I think sometimes with these iconic things, if you bring in an artist who's too out there, you're like, I can't even make out what that is. I just want to see the Xenomorph, and the joy as well of like Alien as a franchise is the kind of detail of the saliva and the close-up shots, and that therein lies the real horror of it. So I'm excited. Good choice, Tom.
Yeah,
good choice, Ben.
Good choice, Ben. Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for this one. I mean, I only ever watched the first Alien movie. I've seen Alien versus Predator, and then I watched, I want to say
I've never
Prometheus.
seen Aliens.
No.
That's the best one.
Yeah. I've heard,
Man.
but I mean, it's one of those things where it's on my list of things to watch, and I'd like to watch them. It's just I will never, ever, ever get my missus to watch them, and then I forget about them when I'm on my own watching other stuff. Because I tend to watch.
I also think you're a little bit too scared to watch it by yourself.
On my own, yes, yeah. I need a hand to hold or a pillow to hold on to. So, are you volunteering, Ben?
Glad you said pillow. Yeah, mate, need to get on it, especially Aliens. Because number 2 is I think not only me would say it, I think a lot of fans would say that's the best one. But again, it's kind of like if you're willing to kind of just enjoy them for what they are as well. All of them are great in their own way. I mean, obviously they get bad and cheesy in terms of writing and things, but you still get the alien, and that's the icon right there.
Yeah. To be fair, I loved it. Is it AVP when they're in the snow, in the ice?
Yeah, I think that's the second one.
I don't know. It's amazing anyway. I loved it. I thought it was great. It's
again, cheesy, but it's 2 icons like coming together. It was every nerd's wet dream. I remember even my final assessed GCSE piece in artwork. I did. I fused together a xenomorph and a predator, and made a kind of a mashup of the 2 of them, which I think they ended up doing in the film anyway. Probably should have trademarked it. That's what they did in the film, and it's awesome. So.
Happy days, mate. Right, well, that's it. That's all of our picks done and dusted. Let me just check I haven't missed anything. That's it. Oosh, mate. All done and dusted. So there you go, guys. There is our top 3 picks that we think you should pick up tomorrow, along with a couple of notables that we also think you might want to pick up tomorrow. If you agree, let us know in the comments. If you don't agree, also let us know. Let us know what you guys are picking up. It'd be nice to see what everyone else is picking up. That's pretty much all we've got to say. Ben, what have you got coming up on Attention Seeking Geek this week?
Well, as we speak, at 6 o'clock, I went live, not live, but the video, I think, went live over at Hydra Collectibles. So I felt nice. It was like Philip Schofield at his peak, appearing on 2 channels at one time. But yeah, so I basically appear on Hydra Collectibles collections with friends, I think he's calling it, where I show off my Toy Story collection. Yes, I'm a 31-year-old man and I have a Toy Story collection. So if you want to find out more about that and why I have such a collection, then head over to his channel. Other than that, hopefully on Thursday at 5 p.m. GMT, I will post my usual alternative take on the week's books. So I usually pick my favorite cover, read and panel of the week, and obviously insert loads of awkward jokes that you might or might not laugh at. So that goes live every Thursday afternoon. Pretty good, mate. To be fair, your little skits on a Thursday are so entertaining. They're brilliant, mate. I really like your kind of, this is my pick of the week, this is my panel of the week, this is the cover of the week. It's really cool, and it's only a short video as well, so it's just really nice. It's really punchy. I think it's really good. That's short. Also, as well, just want to say thank you again to you, Tom, for your very generous contribution to my charity Red Nose Day stream that took place last week. I'm really happy to say that we've raised well over £600. So thank you to you as well, and you, everyone who kind of watched and got involved with that. I think it's definitely something to be proud of within our little corner of the internet. So cheers, everyone. And if you haven't seen that video, it is definitely worth going back and rewatching. It was an absolute hoot to be a part of. I think everyone, I can speak pretty much for everybody, and saying it was really nice to be on, Ben, and we were really thankful to be a part of it with you. And congratulations on doing as well as you did, considering the fact that your original goal was only 300. I mean, that's incredible. You're wonderful.
That is true.
I got it through the post today. It's literally come from Sir Lenny Henry.
That's amazing.
He signed it himself. Doesn't look like wet ink, so I'm dubious. But
yeah, it's one of them printed jobs, is it?
but yeah, no, it was great, and I'll never do a live show again.
Oh, really? Do you know what? I do it all the time, and I wish I didn't.
I like coming on like this. I like riding the roller coaster. I don't like controlling the roller coaster.
So you like watching the rest of us fluff up?
Basically, yeah. If I was controlling the roller coaster, like there'd definitely be a child, in the hospital.
Definitely a child in the hospital. Nice. That poor child.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you have coming up, Tom?
So what we have coming up on Not Quite Mint is nothing until next Tuesday for our key show, where we'll be back again talking about the keys that we'll think you should pick up next Wednesday. That is just due to the fact that we've got other bits and pods going on. There's a lot going on over on the comic shop. There's our weekly claim sale, which happens on a Friday at pretty much 8 o'clock every Friday. So please head over there and check out our claim sale on Facebook. We actually have dropped tonight the non-stop Gabriel Delotto issue 2.
It's a beauty.
So it is a bit of a stunner. So make sure you head over there and check that out. We have some exciting news coming up for notquitemint.com. We have a big Easter sale coming up during Easter weekend. And also we will be dropping the first ever Not Quite Mint crates, where you'll get a chance to get your hands on 1 Virgin cover, 2 trade covers, all exclusives, and then some 3 key comics as well. So it's going to be quite a nice crate to get your hands on. But you'll get more information about that a bit closer to the time. But there you go.
So I'll take 10.
Take 10. Oh, mate, that would make me really happy. So that is actually it. That is the end of the show. So I would just like to say thank you ever so much for coming, Ben. It's been great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And
Thanks
for the rest of you, as always, head over to notquitemint.com. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Make sure you go over and check Ben out on his Instagram and his YouTube, Attention Seeking Geek. It is well worth doing. And then also, guys, stay safe. Stay sexy.